would it take for somebody to come and compete in this? Let me think about that actually for a second.
Some of the characteristics that each one of us, the guys and the girls, all share is this competitive drive. You can't teach it, it's not learned, it's just inside of you. I feel like anybody that does the things that we do can't accept just being a participant, and they find a way to make it competitive, even if it's just to themselves. And that wasn't a written rule, that's just something that we naturally do because we naturally want to compete against each other.
Hello and welcome to day 2, Spartan Games, presented by Air Force Special Warfare. Has everyone thawed out overnight? How's everyone feeling? Woo! Ready to go? Yeah. Right. One of the most important things, Mike, about yesterday was that in the rule book, the athletes were meant to be dropped off a boat and they were meant to tread water to start. But obviously a huge fog came in, the conditions were impossible to launch boats, so we had to make some changes. And we specifically said, you and I, to the athletes, hey, your feet are going to touch the bottom, but forward progress isn't allowed. Now, Mike and I had some discussions out there, didn't we? I remember on the shoreline, you and I were chatting about it. Okay, Ryan Kent's kind of doing this stand up, dive and go, stand up, dive and go. He wasn't running along the bottom, but he was diving forward. So it was kind of a grey area. So what we did was we assessed how many seconds did he gain from that? About 20 something. So in fairness, a 30-second penalty was applied.
Yeah, we're going to see it all week where the athletes are going to find that area where the rules get somewhat grey, and they're going to try to exploit that.
It's about 22 degrees Fahrenheit right now, but I think Snow Summit here at Big Bear has turned on. Perfect day for us for Spartan Cross in the morning, and of course the Trail Half Marathon. Where is Chris? Chris,
Me?
I wanted to ask you, ready for this? This is your day.
Is it my day? Absolutely, 100%.
My name is Chris Brogloski. I'm 24 years old. My athletic background is about 4 years of OCR, which kind of merged into trail running, and then a little bit of triathlon, and then just functional fitness. So we're going on 4 years solid of fitness, a little bit of everything. I don't really excel in any one thing, but I'm pretty much down for anything, and I managed to do not terrible in a lot of things. So I saw this last year and was like, that'd be neat. Kind of dropped a few hints, and I guess I ended up making the cut.
All right, Spartan Cross, couple of updates, really important, so listen up. The Hercules hoist, Mike, tell us about it. We've switched the modes, and tell us about the weights.
We'll be in sprint mode, so it's 80 pounds for the men, 60 pounds for the women.
Boo! Sorry.
Must be that raccoon in your head.
That's all right. So that's the good news. Maybe the bad news is we want to see a really fast, furious race where everybody's attempting the obstacles. So in the spirit of Spartan and Special Warfare, the 3 pass-fail obstacles have been upgraded to a 2-minute time penalty. 2-minute time penalty, including Hercules hoist. So if anyone was planning on skipping that, I now suggest you reconsider the strategy for the day. Should we get going? Okay, let's go.
The first event today is Spartan Cross. This year we have a 0.7 mile course, just over 1 kilometre, with 9 obstacles. The athletes must finish 3 laps. This means running a total of 2.1 miles and completing 27 obstacles. All obstacles are mandatory and may be tried multiple times, but there are 3 that if an athlete fails on the first try, they'll be given a 2-minute time penalty. Obstacle course racing, it's our core competency at Spartan, and it's also really, really exciting. And furthermore, it's a brilliant all-round test of athleticism.
The one thing I learned from yesterday to today is like, there's no point in reserving yourself. You got to max out because, you know, the most important points are winning because you get that big extra bump near the top. But otherwise, like, I think it's pretty fun to see everybody go through that. And it seems like this year is kind of going off a lot cleaner, less drama, more excitement.
Reasonable amount of control. We do not want you dropping from the top, okay? So watch yourself down, stay in control on the way down, okay?
It's my first time doing a course, so some of the elements I'm a little unfamiliar with. That multi-rig, I think it's gonna be a little challenging, but hope for the best.
Yeah, it looks like a big fun jungle gym. I mean, I'm not an OCR racer, so it will be fun for me, and I think that's really what we're looking for. Hopefully I can complete all obstacles and go from there, right?
Today is going to be kind of like one of those long, grunty ones, and then the last 2 days are going to be things that kind of dig down deep in your soul.
Let's start Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
Spartan Cross is really the evolution of obstacle course racing. It's a short course format. It's fast, it's furious. Obstacle proficiency is tested at a very high level, but also these athletes are redlining. Their heart rates are, through the roof when they're completing Spartan Cross. I think it's the most exciting version of OCR yet.
It looks pretty good. It looks like a fun little course. The elevation's kind of nice. I love the obstacle types of courses. So for me, this is going to be a lot of fun.
We got number 1 today. Hey, CR legends right now.
Good luck to everybody. Keep a fair race. Looking forward to seeing this. Ready?
It's going to be a fun one to go up. Heart rate's going to get jacked right before doing the first obstacle, but I think it'll be a fun one.
I think it's rocky. The terrain is good grip, and you can use that to your advantage if you're really quick on your feet. So if you're a fast runner here, it's going to really play a big part of your race.
You know, the 2 best guys in the sport right now are Veejay and Atkins. I think you'd be smart to say, hey, let those guys battle each other out, figure out things for themselves. Kent and I are pretty similar fitness right now, so I knew if I took him out that it would be a really strong position for me to be in.
Raced the final stop of the U.S. National Series, and it was straight up against Atkins and I. Like, whoever beat the other one wins the title for the whole series, and I was able to edge him out right at the end by 7 seconds. It was so close. I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. I've been looking up to the guy for years, and to be able to compete against him the last couple of years has been really, really cool.
Awesome range of obstacles to test the athletes in Spartan Cross. A lot of overhead strength tests with the multi-rig and rope climb. There was the barbed wire crawl, the rolling mud, which is kind of brutal. We had the A-frame cargo. They had to climb up and over. And then, of course, there was the Herc hoist, big heavy lift, a lot of core strength to test the athletes on every lap.
the only way to move quick is like either crawl or to roll. But if you roll, you're just like diving onto rocks. I was right on Atkins, and then he'd gap me every barbed wire crawl. Like close in a little bit, and then he'd gap me again on the barbed wire. It's like, I mean, if he's willing to get all the bruises for it, like good for him.
Ryan was like leading from the start. He seemed pretty in control. I was a little worried that Veejay was sort of just like hanging in behind, but I think Ryan has more multi-day race experience, so I was like, I'm really not sure if, Veejay's just hanging in behind and then he's gonna make a move, or if he's tired because this is technically day 3 for us.
Keep on that foot.
That cold water locked my legs up, and then going up the hill, everything in my legs was just tight, so trying to push through that was a little bit difficult for me. But Tim, it's his first time touching obstacles, so super impressive how he was able to do the same thing, 100%. So
I was really surprised by Tim's performance in Spartan Cross. I mean, ahead of him was all OCR specialists. He did a great job.
I loved every bit except the barbed wire. It was like so painful. Every time I elbow my knee, it's just like, ah! I just got bruises, and I almost can't feel it. Well, we'll see what the rest of the day holds, but I'm glad I don't have to dive on any more rocks. That's gonna be fun. All right, we've got 4 men in.
It's a great race. You can see, look at those, the passion and the emotions. Hunter came across the line cursing, BJ's cursing. It's part of the sport. It's such an exciting sport. I think this is OCR at its best.
How far was I behind you?
Maybe a minute.
Sick. I'm still got it. Sweet.
Tim, good job.
Here you go, bro. I had to find somebody to chase.
Thank you.
Good job, bro.
Okay, so we're gonna have the officials from the 3 obstacles call down, and we'll go through the penalties for each of those. We do have to think through a potential penalty through a Hercules hoist. So.
All right, guys, ease it down, ease it down.
The top of the wall down, the top of the board should be
That's a drop. Ryan Kent picks up a penalty during Spartan Cross. Interestingly, he got a penalty on day 1 during the swim. Is this going to be a pattern for Ryan Kent? Spartan Cross in the men's division. Ryan Atkins finally gets a win against Veejay, but he only beats him by 22 seconds. And then there's that guy who's lingering, chasing, Hunter McIntyre. We know he's here to beat Atkins. I loved watching Spartan Cross. I mean, I think that it really is a brilliant format, and personally I was very excited to watch it unfolding real time.
Hopefully this
Please guns. Oh, sun's out, guns out, guns out.
Finished with no bats. That was a tactical move, actually. I ditched him for weight reasons. Yeah.
Well, I think I'll do a little running today.
Oh, but it feels very like
the kicker. Yeah.
60-second warning. Athletes ready?
It's an awesome location for Spartan Cross Big Bear because you've got this kind of undulating terrain. It's a ski resort, so it's a little bit like a motocross track, this short course, and the athletes had to sort of, you know, red line uphill and then bomb downhill and then hit the obstacles again and again, lap format. Awesome, awesome course.
I knew a handful of them, and I kind of knew who would likely be the front leaders, and all of them are pretty intimidating. And then the other girls they look intimidating. And then knowing enough about them, again, it's still like a lot of these people have specialized in a specific sport, or like 3 or 4, and are really good at several things. And I just kind of always feel a little bit like, okay, I just gotta try to keep up. Definitely kind of the trio that came out on top last year, that one, they have experience in all of this, and two, like they're just kind of on top of their game, would be Lindsay Webster, like the previous champion, and then also Lauren Weeks and Corinna Coffin. Yeah, they know what they're doing, and so just trying to keep up with them.
Nice one, go.
Ladies, stay up and cross up.
Good job.
I don't know if she just slowed down or she sprained an ankle or something, but yeah, all of a sudden she just like started walking up the hill, and I caught her, and then I just kind of like held the lead and tried to run a controlled race.
Well, I'm coming up from sea level, and it just kind of, my lungs just burn a lot faster. I have a hard time catching my breath, but I'll be okay.
Awesome.
One, we respect each other. That's really important. We all come from different backgrounds, so there's things that I may know that other people don't know that I am willing to share, and vice versa. Like, I was asking the women the whole week, like, hey, for this event, what type of shoes should I wear? What should I wear on my body? You know, the longer events, how should I be fueling? Things that are outside my wheelhouse. I wanted to ask questions and get better answers and better knowledge so that I could leave this week a smarter athlete. So I think, you know, most of us have that same mindset. Like, we want to get better, but we also respect each other as well.
Good job. Let's go. Good, Chris.
On the women's side, I mean, unbelievable performance by Lauren Weeks and Chris Roboski. I mean, they were both, you know, up against some really serious competition, and I thought it was brilliant to see them shine.
So it takes a lot to participate in the Spartan Games. It'll start with mental fortitude because it's 4 grueling days, but it also takes the curiosity and excitement because you have to have an attitude of, oh, here's this thing that I've never done before, or I've only done once, or haven't done in years, and you have to say, I'm gonna do it again, and it's gonna be great, and you have to be positive about it.
Good job, girl. Come on, more walls and more monkey bars.
And the other thing is physical endurance, which you're gonna really surprise yourself with what you can do.
Woo! And don't fall.
That's it, yep. Straight line.
As the athletes cross the finish line and seeing that level of competition, yeah, I was quietly excited by it all. I nudged Mike Morris and I said, I think we got something here.
No penalties, woo!
Amari, just give me for a sec. We've got some penalties. So you've already got the Ryan Kent.
Yes.
He stays in 4th.
Stays in 4th.
However, Mac, we've just reviewed, has been penalised 2 minutes at Herc. Ryan Kent and Mac Roche were both given 2-minute penalties, and on the women's side, Ariel and Ariana were also given 2-minute penalties.
So Ariel will be 7th and Ariana 8th.
So by a clean race, that gets us 8 points. Obstacles matter.
Obstacles matter. All right, boys. In the women's division, a super close race. All top 5 women came in within a 5-minute window.
Wait. Thank you. Let's sync first.
Start recording
Okay.
now?
Yeah, everyone recording. Everyone recording. Okay. 3, 2, 1. This is the women's slate, women's Spartan Cross. We've nicknamed the Rabbit. We help the film crew out by videoing and following the elite races.
Basically, we're tasked with capturing spectator number 1's point of view in the race.
So I have a really good team of professional trail runners, some of which work full time for Spartan, and we, help me set the course and lay out that side of stuff. But also we run alongside the elites while they do all the obstacles and film them. A lot of the rabbit side, are my friends, who have come from the trail running world, and obviously extremely fit, and can keep up with these guys, which is it's quite a good job.
I tried doing the Spartans a couple times, so they asked me if I wanted to come and cover it with a camera, so I was like, why not?
So we've got quite a big day today, so we'll be rabbiting the half marathon, which will be super fun. It's one of the most beautiful courses. We were out there marking it yesterday in the frost and a bit of snow up there too. As you guys will know, the weather came in yesterday, but it's a glorious day today, and it's one of the most beautiful trail running races.
I'm really excited about the half marathon. Not so thrilled about the weight vest, but the half marathon, I hear it's a beautiful trail, so.
It should be fun. Running, I don't really have a huge strength, but running is the one thing I probably do the most of, so I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun.
The Trail Half Marathon is an absolutely stunning but grueling 13.1 mile race with 2,200 feet of elevation gain. The athletes will wear a 511 tactical weighted vest for the first 2 miles of the course.
My stomach is not happy.
Same,
I'm
bro.
puking here. Even going easy, I'm gonna throw up. It's happening.
Athletes, if you want to get your vest, you can.
We got a 14-pound 511 tactical vest for the women. First 2 miles, they'll have the vest on, then they'll strip the vest off. For the men, we have 20-pound 511 tactical vests. So this vest, for example, has got a 10-pound plate in the front, 10-pound plate in the back. So imagine going up the next 1,500 meters for 2 miles with the vest on. They're gonna be ready to take them off, trust me.
I love it. I love it. Anything that makes it harder for the fast ones, I say bring it. So you are
Are we sure this is 14? It feels heavy.
The big twist for this particular trail half marathon was the 511 tactical vest that the athletes had to put on for the first 2 miles of the run.
20 for guys, 14 for girls.
20 for Lauren now.
No! You can take my 14 too. Make it 34.
Some athletes were pretty excited about that. I know Hunter, I thought, was, you know, quietly excited to put on the vest, but across the board, very different way to start a trail race.
Athletes, it's that time. Bring it down here, please. In front of me. This side of me, please.
Guys, welcome. Event number 4, Spartan Games, presented by Air Force Special Warfare, and has Big Bear got a show in store for you. 2,200 feet of vertical gain, perfect weather, but I think one of the most interesting things will be the 511 tactical vest that you're all wearing. It's going to be your best friend for the first 2 miles. Just get ready to figure out how to doff it as quick as you can so you can keep power hiking up that hill.
It's been a pleasure seeing you guys compete for the last 48 hours, so I'm interested to see how fast some of you guys are able to complete this 13.1 half marathon, and I'm just really happy to be here, so let's get after it.
That sounded like a farewell,
Yeah.
Sergeant. It's been a pleasure. Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck.
Get ready and then blow the horn. Guys,
Ready,
get
good?
up there, kick some ass. Ready?
Big Bear at altitude, stunning venue, really an awesome place for trail running. The fact that it's in California as well was a big plus, you know, a real sort of spiritual home of trail running in the United States. And the venue is just so beautiful, lots of stunning single track through the forests, and the weather also turning out to be brilliant for trail running.
To the right, to the right. Run. Follow the markers, mate. Got to really pay alert on this one, okay?
I think when you watch athletes like this, they can make it seem easy. You know, when they cross the finish line, they look relatively fresh. But we can't forget, that's because they're brilliant athletes. This is a grueling thing to do at altitude. You know, at Big Bear with that kind of elevation gain and loss, and doing it after a day's worth of competition already. That's how good these athletes are. The trail half marathon is no joke.
Never thought I'd be wearing a weight vest in the woods like this.
Yeah, that's good.
Maybe once I get the vest off, we'll be able to talk better.
I know, right?
Yeah? And then, right?
I'll have to go ahead to see these behind you.
Vest off.
Drop or no?
Vest in the back, exit to your right.
Good job, buddy.
cutting that way.
I feel like a feather now.
I'll run. You run? Okay. Have fun!
The trail half marathon was just beautiful. And that's, I really ran by myself pretty much the entire time. I wasn't with anybody in front or behind me. I saw a couple, the aid stations and the rabbits, but it kind of it was a really neat moment for me of this is why I do this. That was why I got started in obstacle course racing and ultra running, everything. I like to spend time outside, and if it's an extra challenge, that's fun too, but I just loved the outside, just running.
My heart rate's not doing anything. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Let's count Logan.
He's looking pretty strong, but so are you. Welcome to the Skyline Trail.
Most athletes, I would say all athletes, spend their time training for their sport specifically. Even multi-sport athletes like triathletes, they hone their training in.
Good job, Lindsay.
The thing about Spartan Games is it requires a completely different approach. I mean, just being good at your sport is not enough. Even being handy at a few other sports is not enough. This requires a complete change in thinking and drawing upon both physical and mental skills of athleticism that you really don't get to draw upon in any other situation.
She's not far, she's not anywhere.
I'm so proud of her.
Yeah. Good job. Doing well. Straight. Hello.
Hello again.
Right, this way, follow, follow, follow. Keep an eye out on the markings, okay? I know, that's why we're here. There's water if you need it. Not that much longer, brother.
Hunter's still in front of Veejay?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, Hunter was looking pretty good. Veejay started to rip this descent, so it's...
How much of a lead did he have on him?
It was probably about
3 minutes to start the descent.
What, Hunter on Veejay?
Yeah.
Hunter looking good?
Yeah, he is looking pretty good.
He's impressive, man.
He sure is.
Yep, hard right here. The better somebody is as an opponent, the better you have to be as a competitor. So it just ups the class of the field, and the better the field is, the better you are and you can be. And you'll never get to a point where you really excel unless you go against people who are just phenomenal. And I think just being here and being around all these people and soaking in some of the things that they've been able to put out, things that they've said, and just watching the way they do certain things, it's eye-opening, and it'll help me grow. And that's really what I came here for, was to learn and to grow, and then be able to take some of that back and help out some of the people behind me.
Woo! Well done, Ryan. Walking the park. Dude.
How was that?
Wasn't so bad.
Yeah? What was your time?
1:33 something.
You don't look very tired. Do you want to go for a run? Or? Dude, you put a clinic on out there. What is going on? That was your territory, hey? That was your zone.
Yeah.
Great job, man. What an incredible run.
Thanks. Yeah, it was awesome.
I think you've just left him in the dust.
Hunter! Oh, big dog! Yeah, baby!
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That sucked. Oh, God.
How was that?
Too long. How long ago did you finish?
I don't know, a couple minutes.
Where'd you
get Veej?
I cooked that 6 miler.
Really?
Yeah. I just threw a surge. Started screaming in tongues.
That's fun. Good dude.
Yeah, Ryan. Lauren will be like right behind him, guaranteed.
Thank you, God.
Oh my God.
Good job, fellas. How'd it go? Come on.
Yeah, so I was out there, okay, coming up on mile 6, going through beautiful mystical trees with amazing view of the mountainside. And behind me, I just hear a and I look behind me and I catch a glimpse of this great white hippo.
The bald pony himself.
And it just comes pounding by me. And he goes, ah, as he comes by.
I yelled, I screamed. It was kind of like a battle cry.
That was fun. Beautiful course. I told him and I'd run a half marathon every weekend if it's his courses. Amazing.
Nice, smooth, like not technical. So like my favorite kind of run. Very runnable. Yeah, it was beautiful. You're like up on the side of the mountain. And then the descent was a little squirrely, but it was a really good run. Steve did a great job on the trail.
Bro, I heard you. Dude, I was cramping. Every single time I saw you, I started kicking it. I started cramping.
Yeah, not too bad. I hit. Yeah, just a little frustrated. I hit the rock pretty hard.
Come on through, it's it! Yeah!
Oh my God, my knees are going to hit me for the next 10 years.
That downhill, right?
Oh, I was like, Jesus, just do it. I tried to slide at one point.
Yeah.
And I didn't go very far. Oh my God.
Oh, man.
In the men's division, Ryan Atkins taking the win in an hour and a half, and all the men finished in a great time, and this was after a morning of Spartan Cross and a previous day's competition. Incredible work. In the women's field, another great race, and Ariel finished a little over the 3-hour mark, but by her standards, I think she was happy. Overall, Ryan Atkins pulls into first place, which bumps Ryan Kent and Hunter down to second and third place respectively. Veejay stays within striking distance. Lauren holds on to her first place spot while Corinna and Lindsay battle it out for second and third, just like last year where they were neck and neck until the last event. Brilliant day of competition for day 2. Great weather and grueling challenges in the morning and afternoon. Don't forget, we haven't seen the secret competition yet. Athletes are wondering, what's it going to be? We're yet to find out.
I love to compete, I love to race, I love going head to head. I think I just don't like the physical contact.
Here we go, guys! Let's go! Here we go! Yeah! Come on, Ryan!
This is right up there with everything I've done before in my military career.
So I left my tool on the bench, and then my seat started to move back and forth, and I was freaking out.
I'm not going to change the decision, Hunter. Oh, then leave.
Don't film me, dude.
Go dummy, go beast on 'em. I go